Welcome to the podcast of the Telangana history on our YouTube channel Lucky Podcasts. Our narration is based on the textbooks of the Telugu Academy. Narrated by John Michael and produced by Gujjula Chandra Shekar. Chapter 10, Part 2, 1969 Movement. The violation of the Gentleman's Agreement and continuous discrimination of Telangana led to the rising discontentment among the people. Using their power, the Andhra leaders purchased cheaply the costly lands in the districts of Nizamabad, Karimnagar, Rangareddy, Hyderabad, Nalgonda and Mahbubnagar. Apart from this, violation of Mulki rules, using Telangana surplus for the development of other regions, discrimination of Telangana people in government jobs added fuel to the fire of discontentment. Against this background, widespread protests took place at Khammam and Usmania University against the employment of Andhra people in Telangana jobs. Soon, this movement spread to the other parts of Telangana. On 9th January 1969, the protest of the student Ravindranath of Palwancha, Khammam district, against the allocation of more jobs to the Andhra people in the thermal power plant of Kottagudem soon became the statewide movement. The movement turned violent by various means of protests such as dharnas, strikes, agitations, physical attacks, destroying government assets at government offices. During agitation, educational institutions were closed down. Police resorted to lathi charge and firing to control the protests. The state and central government's efforts to pacify the agitation did not yield much result. At the same time, the High Court gave its verdict against the Central Act of removing non-Mulkis and replacing them with Telangana people, stating that the act is not viable. People became furious against this and intensified the movement. The legislative members of Telangana threatened direct action. Konda Lakshman Bapuji was Information Minister in Kash Brahmanand Reddy cabinet, resigned and joined in the struggle. While submitting resignation, he appealed to the Telangana people to march ahead with great determination and prepare for any sacrifices. Women played a great role in this struggle. Prominent women leaders like Sada Lakshmi, Sumitra Devi, and Ishwari Bai were in the forefront of the movement. Sada Lakshmi acted as the vice president of the Telangana Praja Samiti and actively participated in the movement. Telangana People's Convention became Telangana Praja Samiti (TPS) in March 1969 with Madan Mohan as president and Venkatram Reddy as its secretary. The other leaders like Mallikarjun, Sridhar Reddy, Bhupati Krishnamurthy, Amos also played an important role in the movement. The movement gained momentum with the participation of students, employees, journalists and political parties. The movement, which was started by the students later, went into the hands of political leaders like Marri Channa Reddy. He espoused the cause of Telangana and led the movement. Government suspended the agitating employees. Satyagrahas, rallies, hartals, bunds became the routine of the day. On 1st June 1969, Telangana Pradesh Congress emerged under the presidency of Konda Lakshman Bapuji. Government deployed police to suppress the movement. Nearly 370 people died in the police firing and other acts. In this context, seeing the gravity of situation, central government headed by Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi announced 8-point formula on 11th April 1969. 8-point formula, April 1969. 8-point formula was basically a plan to liquidate the much intensified movement. The main provisions of 8-point formula are: 1. To constitute High Power Committee on Telangana Revenue Surpluses. 2. To regain the lost revenue surplus of Telangana. 3. To constitute Planning Committee under the presidency of Chief Minister. 4. To constitute Plan Implementation Committee. 5. To give complete freedom to the members of the Planning Committee. 6. To ensure the local employment opportunities to Telangana people. 7. to constitute committee to look into grievances of Telangana public servants. 8. Special care by the Centre towards development of Telangana. To implement the safeguards given to Telangana, GO 36 was issued. The aim of this government order was to send back those non-mulkis who were appointed against Telangana jobs. But as this GO was challenged by someone, court declared this as unconstitutional and dismissed it. This led to the discontentment among people as they felt they were betrayed by not abiding to the earlier agreements. To reduce the rising dissent, Ramanand Reddy government constituted Vanchu Committee. The committee under the presidency of Justice K.S. Vanchu opined that the citizen has the right of employment anywhere in the country, hence the Mulki rules cannot be implemented. One more committee to assess revenue surplus of Telangana was constituted under Justice Bhargava. Telangana people were not happy with the 8-point formula as it did not suggest any solution. They continued their struggle in the ensuing general elections in 1971. Telangana Praja Samiti contested 14 Lok Sabha seats and won 10 seats. The thumping victory of the Samiti reflected the strong feelings of separate statehood. Still, the governments did not pay much attention to this. They came up with one more 5-point formula which did not bring any significant result. The activists rejected them as they felt this is not different from other provisions. The TPS won considerable seats in elections, but due to certain political developments, the movement was withdrawn. Most of the leaders of the Samiti joined the Congress party and got political appointments. Srimati Indira Gandhi replaced Brahmanand Reddy and appointed Telangana native P.V. Narasimha Rao as Chief Minister. This act of her somewhat reduced the intensity of the movement. However, the press reacted to the centre's response in different ways. The National Herald welcomed the centre stand. This paper made it clear that separation is not possible and the agitation was mere politics of regionalism. The Hindu, in its editorial on 20th February 1970, echoed the same opinion and welcomed the power given to Telangana Regional Committee. It also stated that vital sphere of development such as education, medium and heavy industries, increase of mulki recruitment in government jobs would appear to meet the demands of aggrieved people. It also expressed that if these safeguards were implemented with honesty, the proposals can mean a new deal to the backward Telangana. If it warned that another orgy of agitations which can bring no one good. Indian Express and the Patriot also supported this opinion. However, Deccan Chronicle, while welcoming the move, added that there were two opinions on the need to go by people's wishes and hoped that the people can give their verdict and make Telangana issue a political plan in the ensuing elections. Hindustan Times expressed its dissatisfaction over centre's proposal. Powerful Andhra political elite started Jai Andhra agitation. It took up validity of mulki rules in the city of Hyderabad. Some of the Andhra employees went to High Court on February 14, 1972, questioning the legality of mulki rules as ultra vires, whereas Supreme Court held the mulki rules in its verdict on 3rd October 1972. Besides this, responding to this, the then Chief Minister declared that verdict of Supreme Court is final. The Supreme Court judgment and response of the Chief Minister antagonized the Andhra youth. This led to the emergence of Jai Andhra movement. They got agitated over the mulki policy of discrimination and felt that their job prospects in Telangana will be affected. They demanded the suspension of powers given to Telangana Regional Committee. They declared that unless and until the state is unified without any conditions, they won't suspend the movement. If that is not accepted, they demanded a separate state for Andhra. Telangana people also supported their stand. On 5th October 1972, Andhra students observed a bandh. On October 7th, Andhra non-gazetted officers, NGOs, resorted to indefinite strike. The communists also supported the demand for unified state and staged demonstrations. As a result, clashes occurred between separatists and agitators of unified state. As the situation got deteriorated, P.V. Narasimha Rao resigned his chief minister post on 18 January 1973. As the conditions were not convenient to form alternative government, President's rule was imposed. NGOs called off their strike on 5th March 1973. In due course of time, the movement lost its intensity. 6-point formula. 1. Constitution of state level planning board as well as subcommittees to work for the development of backward regions. Establishment of one central university at Hyderabad to augment the existing educational facilities. 3. Preference of local candidates in the appointment of gazetted junior engineers, civil and assistant surgeon posts. 4. Constitution of high power administrative tribunal to deal with the grievances of government employees. 5. To bring out suitable constitutional amendment in order to avoid any litigations and consequent uncertainty. 6. Discontinuation of Mulki rules and Telangana Regional Committee. Telangana people felt that abolition of Mulki rules and Telangana Regional Committee are a clear note of discrimination towards them. Ever since the formation of Andhra Pradesh, people observed the breach of promises made by the ruling elite with regard to use of the surplus funds in this region and promise of developed Telangana on par with the Andhra region. They also realized the systematic exploitation and sharing the funds, discrimination in matters of education, employment, medical, agricultural, irrigation, water, electricity and industrialization. This led to the widespread protests. In this context, the 5-point and 6-point formulas brought out by Srimati Gandhi to protect the integrity and unity of Andhra Pradesh could not yield much results. In the 1969 movement, not only students and employees, large sections of people, including women, actively participated. Especially the role of middle class women and rural people were significant. Muslims also supported this movement. Though this movement could not attain its goal of separate statehood due to the lack of strong leadership, it sowed the seeds of aspirations of the separate state among the people, especially among the youth. Jeonyul System. The Jeonyul System was established as per the presidential orders dated 18th October 1975. To make it possible, Government Order number 674 was issued. As per this, Andhra Pradesh was divided into 6 zones, 4 zones in Andhra, Rayalaseema and 2 in Telangana. But few departments of Hyderabad were declared as free zone. Telangana youth expressed their discontentment over this. End of part 2 of chapter 10. You are listening to the podcast of the Telangana history on our YouTube channel Lucky Podcasts, narrated by John Michael and produced by Gujjula Shekar. For more such wonderful audio content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Lucky Podcasts.